So another little job I've done here. Now, I wouldn't normally do this, but I have done it 1 year before and it worked. So this is what's left of the Primor 2 cabbages. I got one head of cabbage, small head of cabbage. So what I've done is I've broke off all of the leaves, all the way up the stem to get them off the ground. Took the cover off, got rid of all the leaves with the slugs on, or the 99% of them. And I've basically left them with the little head they have. Now what will happen is those heads will open up again, or the outer leaves will open up to photosynthesize again. And they should continue growing, and we might yet end up with a small harvest. So fingers crossed, we'll see how that goes. If we don't try, we'll never know, will we? Right guys, we've had a couple of hours, made a good start over here. So we've got this bed completely weeded, and we just need to fish blood and bone that, dress it with a couple of bags, and that's good for either the next crop or putting to bed for winter. We've cleared this bed, emptied it, and weeded it. There wasn't a lot in there, to be honest. We've took the potatoes out of here, weeded that as well. Still got a few weeds amongst the leeks in here to do. That bed's harvested and weeded as well. Still got this one to do. I've still got round the paths where the dock leaves that are persistent and still coming through to dig out. I'm going to dig them out, basically. We got that partly cleared yesterday. Still got stuff all over the place, drying out. Bits and pieces coming through the paths here. Still got this bed to weed, and definitely needs a feed. This has never been done in 2 years. Give it a feed, and yet it's produced great onions. Give it a good feed and a chop up with some compost. All these nettles out of here now. Get them out. Still got the beans to burn when I get the fire going. We had another picking off the dwarf kale, and as you can see, it's still going strong. Got that bed to weed as well. That one's getting rotivated as well, and then topped up, same as the one at the back where the kale is. I'll probably be pulling that very, very shortly. We've got that one tidied up, got these turnips all tidied up, got that bed weeded. So yeah, slowly but surely we're getting there. A few little weeds in there. That's been rotivated and fish blood and bone, and a new topping. So I'm not going to be growing stupid over winter. I'll be putting a few crops in, and any beds that's left empty, we'll just cover them with plastic and put them to bed ready for winter. I'm not going to go mental with winter crops. I put a few in just to keep the interest going and see what we get. But I'm not going to fill every one of these beds up, I can tell you. We'll be putting plastic over them after they've been fish blooded and boned. Couple of bags of compost, fresh compost to top them up. And the plastic will be going on, and they will be put to bed for winter. Morning guys, 30th of August, it's Tuesday. I'm on holiday this week, so I've come up to do a little bit more. It's absolutely roasting. The sun isn't excessively bright, but it's absolutely boiling and melting. But I've decided today is the day we start to get rid of all this rubbish we piled up at an earlier date. Start clearing this pen down now. So I've got 2 fires on the go. I've just phoned the fire office to let them know I'm having an allotment fire, so that the fire engines don't come flying up here thinking there's a house on fire or something. Got Tony and Jade back up working the magic for me again. They've just cleared all of this area down here from where they took the area down. Now they relayed me a path up there. All the path had collapsed. The amount of rubbish we've got burnt today, guys, is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We've got some while of work done today. He's even fixed me petrol chipper, which I knew he would. I bought it broken. And I said, if I can't fix it, I know a guy who can. And he did. Tony sorted that for me as well. So these two burn bins have been on the go since 9 o'clock this morning. And we're just finishing off now. As you can see, the last few bits is on there now. We've cleared all the rubbish up out of there. All the wood. That big. All those that was right up to the height of the tin sheet has all been burned now. All of it. It was a full length of that tin sheet. We've even got, which I've been threatening to do for I don't know how long now. This is the area where that little, it was an old rabbit hutch actually, it was joiner built. And we smashed that to bits, it was rotted and we've burned that. But the roof was protected with tin sheet, with alloy sheeting. And it's tongue and groove floorboarding, and it's nearly as good as the day it was ever built. So I've kept those lengths of floorboarding because they are expensive. And there's plenty of life left in them yet. So, got this cleared away now. Still need to tidy the back of this fence, get this one done. And I still need to finish getting down the back of here as well, but we're doing absolutely brilliant, guys, absolutely brilliant. These two have landed up here again today. Jay's been coming back and forward all day long, filling these bins up and keeping the fires going for me. I've been helping him, of course, as well. We've got a few little scraps of wood here I just need to get raked up now and get that on the fire as well. We've made perfectly good use of those two fires today. Every scrap of rubbish in all the sheds and the garage and what have you, we've well, I've got out what I could find or lay my hands on right at the door, or as far as in the sheds as I could get. So that's a good start with that. We just need to finish these off. That bit there, Jay, I'm just thinking, is that screwed on? I check it. Just leave it there and bring driver of a lad in and just unscrew that bit, just in case it causes black smoke. Cheers, lad. So yes, still got these two areas to come down at some point. All the grass is starting to recover around the back of here now, where we did get the fencing done. Sorry about the sun, guys. You can see the grass is now starting to make a comeback. We'll keep on top of this with the ride on. Excuse me. But what a cracking job. So Jay's been pretty much cracking on with that. Tony's sorted out the petrol chipper for me. And he's cleared all of this area. Well, Jay and Tony have both cleared this. And they've got rid of all of the junk that was lying in here. Scraps of wood, Jay's been burning. Bits of metal and that's going to the tip. Tony's dug all them out, bits and pieces. I don't know how it ever got in this state, but it did. And then the rats had buried under my path as I come in through the door, and all the path had subsided. And Tony's just been relaying these for me. He's dug all this out, took all the little flags out, and we're using up these big 2x2 square council flags that we had. And he's basically, well, as you can see, he's clearing away there, and he's going to go back as far as he can with the amount of flags we have left and patch in with whatever we have. But he's basically getting all of this rubbish out of here, and he's just trimmed right down there for me as well. They're still down the back of those two sheds to clear one day when we get round to it, but we really are winning now.
Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely.
We're definitely winning, thanks to you lads. And Andrew, of course, when he came through and gave a hand as well. Not forgetting Andrew. But yeah, Tony and Jay, they were up here the other day as well giving me a hand. They got the other areas down. And now they're just clearing this area up for me, and then we're going to, because it's a nice shaded area around the corner here, especially when the sun's beaming down, I'm going to tidy this area up here. I'm going to put some weed membrane down after I've rotivated it and levelled it off a bit. Weed membrane down, and then we're going to put some wood chips down here. So yesterday Jay and Tony were up and they got all of these aviaries taken down as well, and some temporary plastics put across the windows. They didn't get it cleaned out and gutted, ready for use, but that can come any time. It can even be done on a day when it's raining. Along with that, what they did do, which took quite some time, was they did get this shed lifted up and squared up. So I've got to repair that little seat. So we've got new packing under there where the sheds had sunk. We've put new posts in like these right through the length. We've raised it by about, I think it's 10 inches at the front. Now at the back it was sitting on the ground. It had collapsed and was sitting straight on the ground. But as you can see now, it's actually clear of the ground. It's up off the ground now, as you can see, by 4 inches. These are 4-inch blocks, so it's 4 inches up off the ground. Some of this soil needs raked back away from it actually to let air under now, so the wood can breathe underneath for the floor. Thankfully it hasn't rotted, but it was getting to that point. Now another thing with this was the whole shed not only had it sunk and collapsed, but because of that it had twisted that way as well. The whole framing had twisted. So we've put some supports in here and here, here and here, and a brace here. Now I'm going to put another brace on this side here, and then I'm going to use a scaffolding board. I'm going to make a seat around here from that. We've also put a 2x2 brace diagonally on the back. But in order for us to be able to do that, you can probably just see the screws in here. We had to put screws into this lat, and I had to put on a ratchet strap with a hook onto here. Tony reversed the pickup to the gate, and we lashed it round the tow bar of his pickup, and then we ratcheted the strap to pull this whole shed like that and squared it up again so that the door lined up. The door was down here somewhere, so much so I had to move the bar from about here up to here. That's how much the shed was twisted. So that was another good jobbed, but that took some doing, I can tell you. So that took a lot of the day up, most of the day, and then just to finish off after that, they came on, battered on, and ripped down the aviaries on these sheds as well. So that's all of the aviaries have gone now. We've got some more wood to burn. It's pretty much all scrap that. I'm just going to burn it. I'm not going to try and salvage it. We did keep some long runners that came off it, but 99% of that is scrap, and that's just going to be burned. We'll have another fire, but we'll wait until we've got a bit more, and possibly all those branches I've just trimmed off the apple trees and plum trees, etc. Let them dry out a bit, and then we'll have another fire. Right, thanks for popping along again as always. Thanks for all your views, likes, comments, subscriptions, really do appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that big red button down below, it's totally free. And then the bell icon, select all, and every time I put up a new video, you'll be alerted. As always guys, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.